But hey, obviously we know how detrimental you guys felt, specifically the Bulls felt when you went to health and protocol at the end of the year. So when that happened again last week, were you like, I mean, are you got to be kidding me, or did you instantly were you told, hey, this is a short-term thing, don't stress? I mean, what was your mindset when you had to go back into it again?
Well, I was a little shocked. Obviously, didn't think I could get it. Obviously, I didn't, but um, they have to be careful with everybody, including the team and everybody coming over here. So it made sense, and I just had to do pretty much just do my time and jump through a couple hoops to get here.
Thank you.
Next up is Casey Johnson, and then we'll go to Brian Windhorst.
Hey, Zach, speaking of those hoops, can you kind of talk logistically about how you got over there because you weren't with the rest of the team? Did you fly by yourself? Did you have some people with you, or what was that experience like?
Yeah, I had to quarantine for a couple of days, get a numerous amount of negative tests. Um, Flew to LA and then flew to Tokyo on a regular flight. But there's really nobody there, so I think just because of the lockdown, they're not letting a lot of people into Tokyo. There might have been 6 people on the entire flight, so felt like a private flight.
And in light of all that and all that you experienced, and taking it back to the Bulls season, and probably some thoughts you're going through there, what was experiencing your first opening ceremony like after all that you'd been through?
It was really cool, really powerful. Just being around all the athletes from all the other countries and all the different sports, and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. It's a giant event with a lot of history, and I just try to soak it all in. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, Zach.
Long day though, I'll tell you that.
And hot.
Yeah.
Next up is Brian Windhorst, and then we'll go to Grady Diaz.
Hey, Zach. So this is a really strange situation where you've got teammates still on their way.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you expecting them what are you guys preparing for tomorrow? Like, you expecting them to play a lot? Come in and like take minutes right off the bat? What are you expecting?
I don't know. I mean, we obviously know they're in shape. They're tired. They just went through a roller coaster of emotion. Guys being in the finals. So, yeah, I'm not, someone to say should they be playing or should they. I think them coming over here is showing how much they're committed, how much they want to play, and just contribute. So I think they'll be ready to go, and we'll see what happens. But as for the team, I think we have to be ready for everything. If they're not ready to go, then we have to go out there and perform still.
Has Pop explained, because you've been getting starts, you played really well in Vegas. These guys are perimeter players. Has Pop explained what your role might be with these guys coming?
I mean, I think mine's still the same. It's just whatever I got to get done, do it. We're not all going to be playing our regular starter minutes. I might come off the bench some games. I might start some games, but I'm here to bring energy. Obviously when I need to score, put the ball in the hoop, I can do that. But I'm trying to bring a lot of energy and change the pace of the game, pick up guys, be a menace out there.
All right, thanks.
Grady, you're up, and then we'll go to Joe Barton.
Hey, Zach. As a first-time Olympian, how much pride are you taking in playing for Team USA?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, you're playing for your country, and it's a way different game than the NBA. I think I said this earlier, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You get to see this as a kid growing up, and so many different memories of watching all the players you looked up to do this and go through it as well. So it's a little surreal knowing that you're here, and then go out there and produce and help the team win. Obviously, we have one goal, and it starts tomorrow.
Have you had any pinch me moments since you've been in Tokyo?
I've been just trying to soak everything in. I don't know about like pinch me moments. I stay in the moment pretty well. I understand the magnitude of it and everything that we're doing, but it's like I said, it was a little surreal just walking through, like we did the opening ceremony yesterday, and just seeing how many people were there and the history in it. It's just like, oh wow, like I'm really here. So I guess that could be a pinch me moment.
Thank you.
Joe, go ahead, and then we'll go to Tyler Borowski.
Hey, Zach. Brian may know something I don't. He actually probably does. But were the finals guys there today?
No, I think they're actually on a flight right now. So, I think they'll be here. I think they'll be landing in Tokyo soon.
Okay. It's hard to keep track of the different time zones now
Yeah.
as you have lived. Hey, I'm just going to ask, and I apologize. How did you wind up in the protocol? Was it a false positive or were you a contact tracer?
Yeah, I just was a contact trace, make sure everything was safe and made sure that everything with the team, me getting over here, everything was clear. So I didn't want to put anybody at harm. I didn't want to be at harm. So we just had to make sure everything was okay before I got here.
And then the last one for me, and thank you. You've lived it in the early part of camp when you guys lost those first 2 games, kind of puts everybody on notice. The team you play tomorrow, France, is pretty good and actually beat the Americans in the World Cup. How much has that been talked about what happened 2 years ago in China against France and how dangerous they actually are?
I mean, we know how good they are, but we also know how good we are too. We went over the film and we understand what they do, but I think we're more focused on what we do, because if we do what we do good, I don't think there's any team out here that's going to come close to us. So as long as we go out there, execute, be ourselves, be Team USA, I think we'll be all right.
Thank you.
Tyler, you're up.
Hey, Zach, how much of a, I guess, do you feel like you're back up to speed, you're getting your rhythm again after, the bit of the delay, and you talked about just the challenges of getting, over here. So how much do you feel like, basketball wise, you're back on, the rhythm you were before in Vegas and, with the team as well?
Yeah, I feel fine. I had to sit out a couple of days and with some extra travel and things like that, but it's nothing that we're not used to. Obviously, just a much longer flight than we're all used to. I think we're all still adjusted to the time change and, the travel and things like that. But, for basketball, once we get on the court, I think I'm all right and ready to go team-wise. We haven't changed a lot. I know we might have put in an extra play or something like that, but I can catch on pretty fast.
Again, a reminder, if you have a question, raise your hand and you'll be called on. Next up is Fago Franklin.
Is he muted?
Fago, are you muted?
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Can now, yes.
Okay, perfect. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, my man. How are you?
I'm well. We talk about connecting as people and uniting together. How was the experience seeing all the countries showing each other love and support when fans are not in the stands?
Yeah, it was really cool. We're all here doing the same thing, going out here representing our countries and all in different sports, different times. So it's eye-opening just to see the support you have from all these other countries, the respect you give each other, and then, knowing you're going out here still fighting for the same thing as your country and your pride as well. So as athletes, I think we respect that by each other.
During the pandemic, what did you learn about yourself adapting to the new norm?
Just cherish family. Make sure you tell your loved ones, and, tell them, talk to them every day and tell them you love them, and, don't, we get so used to, things being normal, how it was. And when those things are taken away from you, it's different. So, adjusting has been hard for all of us, but just, don't overreact to, things like that.
And my last question is, you do a lot for your community. What does it mean for you to be a role model for the youth?
It's big, man. I remember looking up to people in the same position I was, when I was younger. In the 6th grade, I remember, watching Kobe Bryant, LeBron James on the court in like 2008 when I was a little kid in 6th grade yelling their names, and now I'm in the same position. So just to see the smiles on people's faces, how you affect them, what you do, you really are, things, people that, you look up to them. So it's a big thing. And, I take pride in that. I just want to set the right example and, who I am and what I represent.
Thank you.
Next up is Casey Jones, and then we'll go to Grady Diaz.
That's Casey Johnson to you, Craig, but thanks.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Casey Jones.
I'm just messing with you, Craig. Hey, Zach. I know it's a huge event, but did you get a chance to run across Sato at the opening ceremony? And what do you think about him being the flag bearer for the Czech Republic?
I haven't seen Sato. I saw his picture on Instagram. I liked it, but I didn't see him, man. I'm excited to. Excited to play his team. You know, he does a lot for his country and he represents it really well. So very happy for him.
Thanks, man.
Sorry about that, Casey. Making up for the other day, I guess. I gave you too much credit.
All good. All good.
Oh, Casey Jones during the season.
Our final question will come from Grady Diaz. Go ahead, Grady.
Hey again. I know you guys aren't staying in the Olympic Village, but have you guys had a chance to get there, maybe eat at the cafeteria or anything like that?
No, we went over there before the ceremonies. We took some pictures. Took some pictures with the other athletes. Got to see what they were doing, and you know, just walked around the site, and it was really cool. Different experience than what we're used to, but it was really cool. So, like I said, we talked, we mingled with all the other athletes, gave respect, and took pictures. So it was really cool to go out there and experience that just like they were.
Thank you.